I've had 5 surgeries. The first surgery, it was more so in my head that I wouldn't play again. And then after the second, it was everybody else telling me that you'll never get to that next level or you'll never play again. It's obviously when somebody tells you you'll never play football again and you have that much love for the game, you're that competitive of a person, you're always going to want to prove them wrong, but also prove yourself right and show how tough you are.
He loves this game. You know, a lot of people say it, but I think, you know, he's walked that walk time and time again. He loves football, and I think it's, I think that's his biggest testament is he's playing it for the love of the game.
Winds up and picked off Jordan Fogle, the 6th-year player.
It's probably been the longest journey out of anybody I know that's still playing college football, but it's a beautiful struggle. I mean, it's a quote I got tattooed on my wrist, and I think I live my life by that, and the journey that I've had to go through exemplifies that. And I appreciate everything that I've been through and got me to this point. Initially, I planned on going D1 for either baseball or football. And then that first game against our rival my senior year, opening kickoff, I tore my ACL and it kind of just changed everything. Luckily, I was still able to play. They just gave me a huge brace for my senior year, and I played my whole senior year with a huge brace on, and had surgery after the season, after the playoffs. But I guess you could say I used the surgeries as a motivation to come back. But I always made an excuse. And after my first surgery, I had to get to college. I promised my mom a college degree, so I had to get to college, and that was the reason for me going to junior college. And then the 2 that I tore in junior college, the first one is I just wanted to get opportunity. I hadn't played yet, and I'm already 2 ACLs deep, so I have to come back and at least play, try to get my opportunity to get a scholarship. And then the third one was I was just so close. I already had some scholarship offers from the previous year that I was sure I was going to lose. But I was right there, and I knew I was capable of playing, and there's where it hit me. Is this meant for me? I'm a 5'10", 160-pound safety with now 3 ACL surgeries, and who's going to risk that liability for their team? And Utah came along that following spring, and so that was just my motivation to keep going. And then when I tore my 4th one at Utah, it was, I knew I was going to get that year back. So all my life, I promised my mom a degree, and now with this injury, you look at it as a blessing in disguise. It's actually giving me the opportunity to not only get a bachelor's, but to also get a master's. I had a great leader in front of me, the safety. He's now the safety of the New Orleans Saints, Marcus Williams, and he was kind of like my motivator, my mentor. I never told him that, so I hope he's not watching this. But and unfortunately, he got hurt, which gave me the opportunity to go in and get some playing time, and I played really well. And I just felt that I needed something different. I needed to see something different. I kind of needed a new start, and that ultimately led to my decision to transfer.
Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it!
I spent more time in the training room than I spent on a football field. I just want to play football. I can't thank Coach Bobo and the rest of that coaching staff enough for giving me the opportunity. And that first start was an emotional one for me. Obviously, it was emotional for everybody else in this community with the new stadium, Pac-12 opponent, but it was just emotional for me. Just after all I've been throughout my college career, I got the opportunity to play football and do what I love with the people I love. The shoulder injury was a pain. It wasn't like the knee, where the knee once you injure it, you're pretty much done. The shoulder I played through about half the season, and mentally I was fine because I've been through 4 severe surgeries. I didn't know what to expect, just being it was a different surgery, a different part of the body.
Just because you have the surgery doesn't mean that rehab goes well every time, and you're going to have setbacks. And the mental fortitude to handle that and to persevere through it. I mean, that's the testament to that kid is that he's mentally strong.
The pain never goes away. As good as I play or as healthy as I may look, there's a lot of pain that I kind of hide. And I don't like people knowing about that pain that I go through on a daily basis, just because if I'm out there on the field, you expect me to do my job. It doesn't matter what I'm going through, because everybody's going through something. So I kind of use that as a fuel to make my mark on the field and make my family proud.
Everybody knows his story, in this building. And to see him go out and work every day and try to be a leader and try to be a successful football player, I think a lot of people have to have respect for that.
I don't say much. I'm not a rah-rah guy. I'm not going to get in your face and scream at you in front of the team. But when I do speak, it means something. I think the guys know that. And I think they respect me just because I've been through, they know what I've been through. I've seen a lot of football, and just when I talk to them, they know it's genuine.
Credit goes to Jordan for handling his business the way he does. He handles it very professionally. He's not a woe is me guy, or I can't do this or I can't do that because of what my history says. He doesn't let that stop him from the goals that he's trying to attain. Yeah, so to go out and watch him on Saturdays, and obviously I watch him every day, it does put a smile on your face to watch a kid that truly loves the game of football.
A lot of people don't know about this story and the amount of injuries that I've had, and when they find out about it and they show how shocked they are and they think I'm lying or I'm playing with them, that kind of fires me up, just because all that hard work I put in for those 4 years of rehabbing and getting my knees back together, it paid off. And it's a great feeling when people don't even know that you've had one surgery, let alone 4. And I just tell the guys constantly, don't take this game for granted, because you never know what can happen. And college football is a crazy game. We have a really good team. We're starting to figure it out. We're really young. You never know with these last 3 games. You look like your season's over, and next thing you know, you're in a bowl game. So with us, it's really just getting that mentality of we're still in it. Anything can happen, and just taking that approach of you can't quit. You have to keep going. My mom always said that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not always a train. So you just got to keep going, and I think that's the beautiful struggle in my life, and this molded me into the man I am today.